What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Ed Oliver, defensive tackle out of Houston. First things first, I like this guy solely as a 3-tech. I don't want him at any other position but 3-tech. A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people are putting him at defensive end. I see where they're coming from because this guy is an athletic freak. But I just don't think he has edge rusher traits, or at least not enough of them. He doesn't have natural bend. He just doesn't show enough edge rusher traits. I mean, like I said, he has no bend. His hands aren't that great. I like him as a 3-tech, though. He would be a little bit undersized as a 3-tech. He's about 6'2" and about 290, something around there. Which that's not really that big a deal to me. As a 3-tech, if you're around 290, I'm not too mad at you. He is quite powerful. I'm just going to specify this. This guy is an absolute freak of nature when it comes to athleticism. He is powerful, fast, explosive. Overall, just dominant athlete. And I've seen multiple times where he'll just bring offensive linemen with him. Like a guard will line up to try to block him, and Ed Oliver will just push him into the quarterback's lap. He's like, okay, you want to stop me? Well, we can go get the quarterback together. Let's go. Let's hold hands and go get them together. Because this dude is very powerful. He is physically imposing just overall. One thing, though, I'd like to see him disengage better with his hands. I'd like him to have a little bit better hand fight. Slap people's hands down, try to get past them. But unfortunately, if people get their hands on him, then Ed Oliver kind of gets stuck a lot, and he can't really get off blocks if people do catch up to him. He kind of where he's very valuable in my eyes is putting him in B gap and just letting him fly. Line him up in B gap. Let him just be more athletic than any guard. Just run right past him, because I think this guy has a lot of defensive line to learn. I don't think his hands are all that solid. He doesn't necessarily rush for the plan. He kind of just tries to run down people. He doesn't really have any pass rushing moves to note. He just tries to be more athletic than you, and basically bull rush. Only thing is, if they do catch him, it's over for this guy. So I don't really want him as a 3-4 defensive end, because I don't think his hands are good enough. For a 3-4 defensive end, I need your hands to be very good. I need you to be able to get off blocks in an instant and get to the ball carrier. But his hands aren't all that great. So I want him in a 4-3 scheme just as a 3-tech. I just want him to line up in B gap. That's it. I think where this guy's value is going to be really high is on third downs. Third and long situations like that where it's going to be a pass. This is where I really see a lot of value in him. Just line him up in B gap and let him be athletic, because this guy is just so explosive. His ball get off is insane. A lot of times he's already past the guard before the guard even gets out of his stance. But that's really his best chance, because if the offensive lineman does catch up to him, it's kind of over for him. Ed Oliver really doesn't move. Ed Oliver doesn't really move past him. If the offensive lineman gets their hands on Ed Oliver's chest, it's kind of over, because he's not really good at winning the hand fight. That's some stuff he might learn in the league. And I don't want this to sound like I don't like him, because I do. I think early on in this draft situation, this guy was valued a little bit too highly. But I think he fits. I think where he's kind of at now is kind of okay. People were talking about him as the best defensive tackle in this class, and I do not agree with that. I do like this guy, and I think this guy has a potentially very high ceiling. But as of right now, I just think he has a lot of D-line to learn. He's got a lot of athletic talent. But I think if he can get a good D-line coach to, teach him to use his hands better, teach him to rush with a plan a little bit more, get a couple moves. And I don't need him to have, a super advanced skill set. I just want him to have some sort of semblance of actual pass rushing moves in case he gets caught. For example, with super athletic three techs like this, a lot of times what offensive linemen will do, not all, but a lot of offensive linemen will lunge at you because they want to hit Ed Oliver first because he's so athletic. If people are going to do that to him, what I'd love to see is him to, work either some, pulling cloth or even a swim move if he can pull that off. If he can get one of those into his arsenal to just pull some cloth and just pull him down and run past him, I would love to see that. Or just, when they lunge at you, smack them and then just swim over them and just go right for the quarterback. If he would learn a couple moves, I think this guy would be great. But right now, he's just not showing that on film. Like I said, I think this guy is a great athletic specimen. He just has a lot of D-line to learn. He's not necessarily as complete as, say, Quinnen Williams, because he's my favorite player in this draft, period, regardless of position. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, agree with me, disagree with me, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.